Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. My book is called Race Pimping. I suggest you get it and use it as a Bible of sorts. If you carry around a Constitution, you might buy Race Pimping at racepimPing.com. It will help you understand how this country works better than anything you've ever read. And I know the editing is a little bit suspect because I know the editor. You listen to him on the radio show from time to time when you listen to me. But I promise you it's one of the funniest books, most fun you'll have in a very short read. You should check it out, racepimPing.com. So Bannon was on 60 Minutes. I'm going to talk about him in the next hour, but Bannon was on 60 Minutes. Steve Bannon, former Trump surrogate, satellite, whatever you want to call him, right-hand man, confidant, counselor, and he obviously left the administration. Says he's going to go back and use Breitbart as his platform to do more, and I hope he does. I know so far he's been doing okay. Breitbart's numbers shot up when Trump gained traction. They became one of the top news sources in the country, and still are. Many of us who write, we rely on Breitbart. I rely on Breitbart as much as I rely on Fox or Drudge. Actually, more than Drudge. I hardly ever go to Drudge, and on and on. You remember when Drudge was the only real outlet that we had to discuss? I mean, as far as conservative news, he was the big guy. Have you seen it on Drudge? Drudge, Drudge, Drudge. That's all you heard. You don't hear just Drudge, 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 Drudge anymore, do you? You hear Breitbart. You hear the Daily Caller. You hear, host, I hope you hear my site, theblacksphere.net. But, anyway. But you hear Western journalism. And I could name probably 5 others. The Gateway Pundit. IJR, I think it's some independent journal review. Young Cons. There's probably 20 big sites. I'm talking about people that get 500,000 to 1 million hits a day. So they're reaching, 15 million to 30 million people a month. There are sites like Liberty, well, they're called Clicked now, but they reach, I think they get 120 million unique visitors every month. So that's not just conservatives, folks. That's leftists coming over to check out our news and things like this. This is conservatives getting our message out and weathering the storm. Now, are we getting it out to the people all the time that we need to? The answer is no. We could do a lot better. Lots better. I'm wrong about those numbers. That site has 40 to 50 million unique, but they get over 200 million. So people come there 4 or 5 times a month, pardon me, but they get 40 to 50 million unique, which is practically all the conservatives. But they do get some lefties that come over. It's like the Huffington Post. Every now and then I go visit to see what's going on. Now, I never search the Huffington Post. Somebody will say, they'll reference them, or I'll see it and I'll go, oh, okay, I see an article that's of interest, and I'll go there. But my point is, we're weathering the storm. In social media, we had Drudge, 10 years ago. Now we've got, you name it. You tell me, how many sites do you go to now for your news when you check things out? Do you go to Fox? I bet you do. You go to the Daily Caller? You go to PJ Media? You go to Breitbart? You go to the Gateway Pundit? Any of those sound familiar? If they do, it's because you are finally getting it. You're going, oh, shoot, I'm going to go and check it out. You've also learned how to discern the wheat from the chaff, those people that are trying to trick you so you can start spreading lies. And in some cases, you know what? If the lie helps our cause, I'll continue. So what, some national joker, site, because there's a couple of them that call themselves national something, and then we all go, oh, look at this, I heard Barack Obama's going to be paying his mother-in-law for life. And we all flip out. And of course, the guy wrote it as a joke, but it backfires on him. There have been a lot of things that backfired. We'll talk about that in just a second too. But I want you to think about weathering the storm and go back and reflect from time to time. Remember when Donald Trump, how many times was this guy supposedly up against the ropes, made the wrong statement, whether it was about the tape that where he talked about grabbing women by the blank blank and all that kind of stuff. How many times is this guy against the rope and the left goes, we got him. We finally got him. And Trump doubles down. Look at his bankruptcies. And he goes, yeah, I had him. But I made a lot more money for, out of like 100 deals I've done, I had 4 companies go bankrupt. I mean, that's pretty good. And think about it. And you're going, who would give that as a rationale? But Trump did. And people were like, he followed the law. He kept saying, look, I followed the rules. I played by the rules. Who set the rules? Go look at them. Don't look at me. And people did. They looked at them. But how many signs do you need? I'm just curious. Yeah, I'll give you another one. So what's the big deal that Donald Trump supposedly did during the campaign? He supposedly used the Russians. Now, what's ironic is Donald Trump made the comment, the elections are not fair. You really got to pay attention. They can be stolen and, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, there's no illegal voting in elections and all that. Then as soon as the election's done, then the left goes, there must have been some illegal voting. And then Donald Trump says, oh, no, hey, you better watch the Russians. They can hack them. They can hack, and there are people out there that can do things. There's no such thing. When Donald Trump loses, he should just accept his loss. And then Hillary Clinton loses, and these leftists lose their minds. It's no longer about accepting the loss. No. It was the Russians. The Russians did it. It was a hacker and Gussifer and all that. And we, as I said, we posted this one thing where they had the media before the election. It's impossible to hack us. After the election, how the hack occurred. Or how it could have happened, or leading up to the hack. Everything was, if you just look at this stuff, you see how easy it is to spot this is crazy, and the left thinks we're stupid. So the Russian investigation, what about it, folks? We need a special counsel. You got it. What's he doing? Donald Trump one time tried to build a building in Moscow. That's what he does. That's his job. I'm telling you what people on the street are going, what we do? So that's your deal? That's the big, what's that got to do with hacking an election? You think because Donald Trump wanted to build a building in Moscow, he needed to hack an election? Let me explain something, folks. Before he ever wanted to be president, that's what he did. He didn't have to hack an election so he could build a building in Moscow. He builds buildings in foreign places and golf courses and other resorts. People get it. The Russian investigation is now a joke upon itself, and the irony is more leftists, and I predicted this, more leftists are going to go down than anybody associated with Trump. All we hear now is Manafort, Paul Manafort, Manafort. Okay, fine. You take if that's the skull you want, the scalp, take it. Take Manafort, because that's all you're getting. And if you think you're going to tie it back to Trump, good luck with that strategy in 2018 and 2020. And what other signs do we have? Russian investigation, a joke. Hillary Clinton, her new book, What Happened? Donald Trump's, companion book, I Happened. What happened? So Hillary Clinton now, because of her book tour, she's back out there. Do you think the leftists like this? Do you think they're enjoying seeing Hillary Clinton out there again, making more excuses? Burning Bernie Sanders, which, by the way, feel the burn. Burns feeling the burn. What's he up to? How relevant is Bernie Sanders? How relevant is the Bernie or bust crowd now? Huh? Somebody explain it to me. If the left are doing so well, if we are getting our butts kicked, even though we won, and everybody's telling you it's, gloom and doom, look at Trump's poll numbers, blah, blah, blah. Why is it that Bernie Sanders is marginalized? And the left, if you go look at a Twitter feed of Hillary Clinton, the leftists, folks, not us, are saying STFU. Do you know what that stands for? You know what the last part is? Shut the blank up. That's what they're saying to Hillary Clinton. They're telling her, go away. So you want to think, are they winning? So Hillary says she's not running in 2020. Surprise. So You should see who the left now proposes. They raided the old folks' home again. Folks, they're still talking about Biden. They're still talking about Elizabeth Warren. They're still talking about Bernie Sanders. And the only new name, honestly, that's come up is Kamala Harris. That's it. A half Indian, half Greek chick or something, whatever she is. She's not black. And they're going to try to tout her, a junior senator from California. She's going to be the next one, the next president, the next mulatto of sorts. Really? Good luck with that strategy. Then I saw a thing that says our only hope, Michelle Obama. Yeah, bring her on. Let's see how popular she is when it comes around. Folks, we're weathering the storm. That's the theme of the show today. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you more things you can look for.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.